Sound good.
Hello, and good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great.
Good,
Good.
good.
Great.
Excellent. Blessed.
So I'm
Yeah,
Stanley.
can't complain.
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Stanley Uchenna. I'm contributor to Sheen magazine. And on with the call this morning, I have the Ghost Brothers. So go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Dalen Spratt.
I'm Juwan Mass.
Marcus Harvey.
Awesome. Pleasure, gentlemen. Good morning. So
Morning.
man, so as I was speaking with Mr. Harvey, man, I was checking out some of y'all videos this past weekend, man. So how do three brothers, man, get involved in paranormal, chasing ghosts and stuff?
Yeah, it's really not as crazy as you would think, man. Jawan and I were actually roommates at the time. We went to college together, met at Clark Atlanta University, and Marcus was working around the AUC and starting his own barbershop, cutting everyone's hair in the AUC. So our paths crossed, but the idea came from just us not seeing any representation of Black people in the field. All you saw was, older white guys hunting ghosts. And it made us think like, Black folks die too. Every race crosses over. So like, is there anything that we're missing out on? Some questions that we could be asking. Is there anything that we could be doing a little bit differently? And then that's what birthed Ghost Brothers.
Okay. So I believe it started out with you and Mr. Moss, correct?
Yeah. We started out first, but literally Marcus was right behind that.
Okay.
Mhm.
So obviously y'all are in ATL, right? Like outside of DC, Chocolate City. So I mean, walking up to Black folks and being like, "Yo, we chase ghosts." What's the reaction that you all get?
Man, it's honestly, we didn't see too well, there weren't a lot of people in the field like Dalen was saying. But once we got exposure, like folks were really welcoming to us, and it was just kind of like the fact that they didn't see that. They were like, "Oh, now I have somebody I can talk to," because everybody has that scary story, or everybody has that instance where like they feel like they may have their family member that comes to visit them, but they don't really know, and they don't have nobody to talk to about it. And like,
Uh-huh.
I feel like my grandma in the back room because I smell lavender, and that was her scent. You know what I mean? Like, so everybody has those experiences, and I think it's been really welcoming. Like some of our events, we get a lot of Black folks coming through and tell us how much it means to have some representation in the field, and they can have somebody that like really just know that they're good, that somebody's going through it with them.
Cool. Okay. So, Mr. Spratt, I think I read that you attended like a funeral. Someone lost his life to gun violence,
Yeah.
and then
yeah.
you ended up seeing that person, I guess, while you're sleeping, or you woke
Yeah.
up in the bed and saw that person. Tell us about that.
Yeah. You made the story sound pretty decent. I was like, okay. But no, but what really actually happened, man, I was about 7 years old and I was visiting my grandmother in this really small town that she lived in. And like I said, everyone in this town knows everyone. So
Okay.
it was a domestic dispute where a young man went out and he shot his girlfriend and he shot himself. She lived, he ended up passing away. We all knew everybody. So my grandmother ended up wanting to go visit the body of the young man during the wake. So her and her best friend, these two older women, took me at 7 years old to this funeral home, to this wake. That was my first time ever being in a funeral home, first time seeing a dead body. And my grandmother's friend asked me at 7 years old, had I ever touched a dead body before? And I just remember just like, what? This lady grabbed my hand and put it on the chest of this man in the casket. And I remember just looking at my grandmother, man, and just like thinking, first of all, you too old to be hanging around bad influences.
Yeah.
But no, I jacked my hand away. They rushed me out. And that night at about 3 a.m., I woke up on my grandmother's couch and I looked in the kitchen. It was that same young man standing in the doorway, staring at me. And I remember just screaming to the top of my lungs.
And
So
that and that
obviously
was
you.
and that was
so
your and that was your ghost and gang initiation. And your grandma came out, whoop whoop, about time. You done got to look now.
He jumped me in. I got jumped in.
Jumped in. Yeah, you
So
saw
obviously
it.
you ran the other way. You didn't go towards it, right?
Oh, man, listen, I was stuck to the plastic on my grandmama's couch. I couldn't even peel off of it good enough to get up out of there.
Okay. And then Marcus, so you're a barber.
Yes.
Do you have your own shop or do you work for like a company, umbrella or something like that?
No, I have my own art gallery that has a barbershop in it called the
Okay.
Musalayer.
Okay.
And I work with a lot of other companies such as Squire, Bevel. do a lot of stuff, but like this project has just been like, and that's something that was dope, because even when we first started doing Ghost Brothers, as Dalen said, when he first brought the idea to me that him and Juwan were doing it, we were in the barbershop. So it's like everything has always been kind of birthed out of that spot, the barbershop. And, we used to have it in the shows, and it was just always like a dope meetup spot for us to kind of like see what we wanted to do. And that's pretty much where a lot of our creativity, in most of the community comes from, what I'm saying? Just a round table of great minds thinking of stuff and just making sure that it's going to pop. So, it's popping now.
So then you've tried your best to intertwine the Ghost Brothers with your art gallery then?
No, they're separate, but they both they're both like Ghost Brothers is just dope. I mean, we're like almost like an adult boy band, if you will.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We all have our own place, you know what I'm saying, within the group. We all root for each other in every way, possible for each other to like, live life to its fullest. And so that's why I think it makes it so dope when we go do these paranormal investigations, because when you have three dudes who always are living life to its fullest, they can really connect to, the dead, because they can really know the passion and the things that they leaving behind. So, that's why they're still present to this day. Okay. So that's why we kind of have such a dope little twist on it. Like we're guys who are, who have outside interests that are really, really dope, that allow us to like really like life, so that when we see the paranormal, we can really connect with whoever we're trying to connect with, because we know that they miss life themselves.
Okay. So bringing back the boy band back in 2021 then, I see.
Yeah.
P2.
Okay. So Juwan, so you all said that you all are, getting a lot of support from the Black community out there and beyond. Is there any pushback from anyone? And is there any pushback from the Caucasian counterparts, especially in the industry?
I don't think this. I can't say that I've experienced pushback. Right. I think that. I think honestly, I had more anxiety thinking I was going to get pushback than really getting pushback. Like, I mean, I didn't know how the other shows would receive us, and like the other paranormal talent, like on those shows. I didn't know how fans would receive us, and it was more of like that uncomfortability towards not knowing than it actually really being something. Like, cause we met the people on the shows, the other talent, we're like best friends. Like we all hit it off. Like, and then you see now we're on Fright Club with another one of their talent, Jack Osbourne. So like we all ended up having a great relationship. As far as the fans go, like I think we've always had a great response from them. And like I think that it was just the right time. I think it was just really the right time, and I don't think I received any pushback. Guys have other personal experiences, but
right,
not myself.
Okay. And the other two, have y'all? Is it the same thing for you two as well?
Not for me. I've definitely received, I guess, that pushback from the other side of the coin. Yeah, I mean, when we first came out, I feel like we did get some interesting feedback from a few people, man. We were told we should be hung from a tree when we first started.
Wow.
We were told that kill them. We've received messages, so much to the point where we had to have a meeting with the network just to how to handle stuff moving forward if threats did come in. This is when we first started. Now times have progressed since then, but it's always like unnecessary juvenile comments. So during COVID, we were doing a thing called Ghost Brothers and Chill, where we would invite our fans in, our supporters in, to come on a Zoom call with us so we can see everybody, talk with everybody. And we actually got Zoom bombed. So someone actually broke into our channel and berated it with images of Black people being lynched, calling us the N-word. Like it was really, it was a dark experience for that one time. But yeah, so it's out there. It's definitely out there.
There isn't any cyber police to go after whoever broke into.
Nah, if I had a cyber pit bull, I'd sick it on these guys. Get it on them. But yeah, I mean, I like you said, I think I can have both. Like most, like we're not a monolithic. You know what I'm saying? As Black folks, So we all experience it, everything. Like I definitely see what Juwan has experienced. I see what Dalen has experienced. I've seen what I've experienced. It's like, you know, that's just the Black man's experience. You know what I'm saying? You sometimes it comes so much that you just like, I ain't even paying attention to that dumbness. And so I think that's where I kind of landed, you know, into a place of like, I really don't retain ignorance very well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like whenever it's like passed out to me, I really don't know how to like, I don't know where to put it. So I just don't pick it up. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to our impact, I think that we make a lot of people uncomfortable because we did have a lot of things like, you know, we had to kind of even govern ourselves because of stereotypes, and couldn't be our full selves because we didn't want to feel like a lot of times that we were being cooning. We never wanted to be on no like dumb stuff like, you know, oh master, you know. So it's like always weird when, you know, when it comes to these things of like trying to find that real balance of just being your total self. And it didn't take us long to find that, but it does take some time to be like, you are more aware of it than I think any other group that has to do ghost hunting. So
Okay. Now with that, obviously you all are working with Jack Osbourne. Do y'all take any of that vitriol that you all have received, maybe yet to receive? Do y'all kind of find yourself kind of hesitant to work with someone like Jack Osbourne? And that's just
Jack,
because of, you know, technically he is on the other side of the coin?
Jack Jack can come to the cookout. He just can't do the potato salad. He just can't bring no potato salad. Don't you bring that damn potato salad.
He uses raisins.
God dog. Don't remind me, Dalen. Don't remind me. I can tell he looks like a raisin guy. But yeah, like I said, for us, I mean, we are the quintessential like brothers, like we ghost brothers. Like we can mesh with anybody. I don't think we even look at it like a two coin situation with anybody that we do business with. You know, because you just gotta have the right spirit. And Jack got a dope spirit. He's been through a lot. He's seen a lot. He's experienced a lot. He's open to like different things that the world, you know, aren't most times. Like that's why this show works, because we're all curious about what goes on in this world and after this world. With Fright Club, you know, we get to see clips of, you know, UFOs, apparitions of giraffe horses. You know what I'm saying? Like right. We get to see like crazy things. Like, and this guy and Jack is just the perfect guy to kind of like fit with us. Like he's comfortable in his skin. We're comfortable in our skin, and that's what makes it just so dope for us.
Okay.
And I think the big thing about it is like us coming into the community, it's allowing more, it's diversifying the whole industry in itself. So like Juwan mentioned, we never had any issues with any of the other talent or teams on Discovery Networks. Like they're not indicative of the fans in the way that they feel, because they run across the same issues. Like we have people that are part of the LGBT community that are investigators that run through the same type of issues from fans, you know what I mean? That's their go-to target when they want to spit hate or spew hate. So I think we all probably get our fair share amount of BS, man, no matter, you know, whatever side of the coin you're on.
Okay. Now does Jack, the things that you all go through, does he feel your pain? Do y'all have conversations about it so he can better understand what you all are going through?
To be honest, in my personal experiences with Jack, I feel like he's a person that's been around. You know what I mean? He's not someone that's been like, you think because, oh, your father is this or your mother's this, you come from this, you should be a certain way. But you can tell that Jack in his journey in life has been surrounded with all walks of life, and he's comfortable with that. So he understands, I feel like he understands the journey that we've went through. We understand the journey that he's been through in his life. And we don't even worry about any of that stuff. Like our jive now is just to jive and just have fun and just do something way cooler than most people could be doing with their time.
Okay. So there's three of y'all in this boy band. Whenever y'all are in, you know, meetings or whatnot, hey, when there's a vote, it may be two against one. How do y'all work that out?
Rock for scissors.
Okay.
And I'm undefeated.
Yeah. Whoa.
Undefeated.
Okay. Yeah. Now, do y'all what's the goal? What's the goal? Do y'all
domination? Domination. We're I think we were probably like Ghost Brothers is an introduction to like our dopeness for the world, but like we've all been collabing so much together for the last what's it, like 5-6 years now, y'all would say?
Doing this, yeah.
Like doing like just we're like we like this is actually an organization now. It's a business that we run together, and it's dope, man. Like you said, we're doing stuff that I never thought I would be doing. I never thought I'd be going into no abandoned place talking about, Larry, are you there? Are you there, Larry? I never thought I would be interested in these stories of people who, you know, went on to the other side. I never thought I'd like, you know, even have a dope bond with like Dalen and Juwan, like just, you know, knowing all the dope things about these gentlemen. It's like we're able to kind of use Ghost Brothers to do other things with Ghost Brothers, do other things with business, do other things with art, do other things with, you know, philanthropy, do other things. Like Ghost Brothers is a great thing that just allows us to do so many other things that we are creative enough to do.
Okay.
And I think what stood out for me most is like we realized that Ghost Brothers is way larger than anything we could have ever imagined or thought of. I remember us being at conventions and on multiple times, but one time specifically, a woman came to us and told us that she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and she only had 5 months to live. And she said
Wow.
her wish was to come meet us just because we bring her so much joy in her
Wow.
last few months. And when I tell you, all of us broke down hearing that, like somebody cares enough about you that they want to see you before they transition over. And you realize it's more than us just doing a TV show. Like we're really, really touching people's lives. Like we're bringing joy and humor to these people's lives. And I could do this for the rest of my life.
Okay.
It's a long lasting check.
Now, do you all also have visions to be a staple in the industry, as in like, you know, own a company to where, you know, it correlates to Fright Brothers, or, you know, have this say so, like y'all want to be bosses in the industry and make the decision, make the rules, come up with this concept and see it in fruition and stuff like that?
Juwan?
I would like to. I mean, I think we all have those aspirations, but I think we're kind of I think we're present in that moment. Like I think we're walking in that path. Fright Club is just one of many projects, but we had a project called Haunted House Guests, and that was something we took from, you know, concept to television, right? So we went through all those steps. So I think we're actually, you know, walking in that light. I think it comes with those certain hurdles, those certain challenges, but that boss title, I think that this is something we're just trying to be present for.
Okay. Okay.
And Dalen would even tell you, like, even when we thought about this like concept, man, it was always built in, like, you know, that type of forward thinking. So, you know, like even like we came up with Ghost Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole brand has always been from, you know, Dalen, Juwan, and Marcus. Like it's always come from us. And it's just cool, you know, we just rock with it. We're undefeated right now. You put us in a room to all three together when we own our stuff, like it's a very I've just sometimes I just like looking at how we do stuff. It's like, wow, this is cool. Like somebody's going to take care of this, somebody's going to take care of that, somebody's going to take care of this. And you don't a lot of times get that type of experience in life, period.
Yeah.
To where you're able to kind of like trust your teammates, your partners, that they have your best interests. You know what I'm saying? That's rare in any field, and this is what we have as a unit. It's just dope.
Now, because again, and go back to the boy band thing. Do you all ever, maybe individually or seen through the other two, where you all kind of have like this even lane, right? And someone tends to maybe like pull off and try to be like, you know, the Justin Timberlake.
Oh, that's Dalen. Dalen is Eddie Kane Jr.
Hey man,
every day.
Bobby Brown, baby. The Bobby Brown of the group.
The Bobby Brown of the group. He would put a Bentley on the road and be like, man, I don't need this Bentley. Come pick me up. But no, that's what we do. We enjoy each other, like going further. Like we talk to each other and be on each other about like more opportunities that we should be doing for us. Like it's like I said, it's so crazy. Like there'd be times where we'll talk to Juwan will be like, Marcus, you need to do this. Dalen be like, Mark, you know, Juwan, you need to do. We like literally go into a frenzy of like looking at like almost being each other's agent because we know what each other are best at, and we're like, yo, we just know how things connect. And like, bro, you'll be perfect for that. Like, you know, we got a lot of great things going on, and I rock with it.
Okay.
So that's why we're.
Do you all feel like that is a struggle in the especially being in Atlanta in the Black community, as in terms of not needing to be like the headliner, right? You want to be a part of that team and see the other people, you know, succeed in the group and such. Do you think that's something that the Black community struggles with?
I think, to be honest, I think that's just the nature of people in general. People are competitive by nature. So when you see someone that's on the same level as you rise above you, either two things are going to happen. It's either going to motivate you or it's going to piss you off. And I think that's just across the board, no matter what race you are. But what I find in Atlanta, I find a lot of people help each other. You see that in the entertainment industry in Atlanta and in the music scene. Atlanta's been pushing forward in both of those cultures for the past 10 or 15 years, been in the forefront. So yeah, Black people helping each other out here in Atlanta, and they working together. And I think what they're doing is they're not trying to have someone below trying to work with someone higher to get pulled up. You have people on the same level working together, moving up together in this in Atlanta.
Okay.
Like classes and stuff like that. Like graduating classes. Like, you know, you have like your success cluster is what I like to call it, where you know, everybody's at the same level. They all start, but they have like aspirations of greatness. And that's what Atlanta is really based off. Like, man, Atlanta is just, and the Black community. I mean, as you've seen it, like we make everything pop. Like the only time we fail is when there's an attempt from somebody else to kind of make us fall. Like we've proven time and time again that our collective like power does great. I mean, from Black Wall Street, that joint was popping. You know what I'm saying? We've shown many things that we can do that's popping. Atlanta is another version of that. We popping entertainment, entrepreneurship, brands, like, you know, so many different media. Everything is coming out of Atlanta, and it's just like off of like, yo, I think you dope. I'm trying to be dope. Let's do something dope together and produce. Dope.
Okay. What's the just a couple more questions. What's the who's the coolest person, I guess, that has reached out to you all about what you all are doing?
Oh man, I think all of the cool people come through Marcus. Like Marcus has told us Tashina Arnold from Martin. I thought that was just dope as hell, first and foremost, because you grow up watching Martin. And for her to be watching your show now is just like a privilege and an honor. But yeah, that's Marcus, cool. Everybody done came through you.
Nas Grant Hill. Show. Grant Hill, right? Oh yeah, you tell him Juwan about that.
Grant Hill. I was leaving Marcus's shop, and Grant Hill was coming in, and he recognized me and was like, "Yo, you on the show with Marcus? You on Ghost Brothers?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I love what you're doing." I'm like, dang, Grant Hill watching the show? Like for real? Okay, all right.
Do y'all have I guess maybe a way of like inviting those type of people onto your shows to sit down on the couch with you all and watch these videos?
Hey,
or
Stanley, man, you getting involved in our ideas now, baby.
Okay,
family business. Getting into the family business. You see
okay, so y'all done talked about it then.
You get into that family business. We always do. This is what we do. We're creators. Like we just so happen to be talent on this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what now people are doing. They're creating, you know, productions for their talent. So we're just talent, and we create the productions for the talents that we are.
Okay, cool. So man, last question, man. It's 2021. What else do y'all got going on this year? Fright, the Ghost Brothers, the
Fright Club,
all of that stuff.
Yeah. You know, last year was a pandemic, but we were definitely blessed through last year. And we're just going to continue that train through 2021 with Fright Club airing now. Next month, we have Ghost Brothers Lights Out, which is our investigative show airing. And then we have a multitude of just personal projects that we're working on separately. So yeah, it's going to be a year of work, man, a year of work and great content being pushed out.
Awesome, man. I wish y'all, man, much prosperity and success going further, man. I'll definitely be tuning in to all your projects and stuff from afar. So anytime y'all in Dallas, Texas, man, let me know.
Oh yeah, that's the home city for sure.
Okay, cool. Cool. So, man, once again, I'm Stanley Uchenna with Sheen Magazine. We got Dalen Spratt, Juwan Mass, and Marcus Harvey. Thank y'all so much for your time, man.
I appreciate
you, man. Thank you, Stanley.
Yes,
Appreciate it.
sir. All right, fellas.